Hey folks, Simon from Velo Performance back with another video. Now this week I'm going to talk about the 5 things that all the best cyclists do that make them a better cyclist. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1, planning forward and planning back. A bit like planning a long car trip, you kind of need to know where you're going and when you want to get there. Otherwise you're just driving around aimlessly, wasting time, and given today's petrol prices, could be a bit costly. Planning something exciting or a future goal, whether that's your first 50 or a Sportive or an epic week away cycling your bike on car-free roads through amazing scenery, is a great way to get you focused on what you need to do in training. Did you know I have an epic trip planned in Girona in September this year, and there are still 3 places left for cyclists to come along. Now, it's definitely got me excited to keep my focus in training, and if you're interested in it, I'll put a link at the bottom of this video. Back to planning. From your main goal date, the next thing to do is plan back to when you want to get started, and what type of training is needed, and how much time you can devote to your training. For instance, if your goal is to ride, let's say, 200 miles in a day, make sure you have cycled at least a few century rides in your build up to that epic cycling adventure. From my experience, planning in 100 miles each month and then putting into the training focus before my 200 ride, a couple of century rides back to back has been the thing that's really shown me that my trainings work and give me a lot of confidence to show that I'm ready to ride 200 miles all in one go. Number 2, respect the easy. Only the best cyclists 100% respect aerobic and easy riding. They know the value of keeping it easy so that they don't add excessive fatigue to the body. Few cyclists do this well. I mean, we know the ones that I'm talking about. You know, the cyclists that get drawn into riding harder, half-wheeling each other on club rides, and are at DEFCON 5 sprinting into every signpost that they can see. Now, hands up, who's guilty of doing that? You should know better. Seriously though, holding back allows the body to absorb training loads, and more importantly, it helps save energy for when the training gets tough, which means you get more out of the harder planned training sessions, and that means you get better quality in training, and it equals you getting faster quicker.
And the penny drops. Catch you later, time boy.
Number 3, dealing with boredom. Let's face it, training to improve your cycling fitness isn't as fun and as Instagram sexy as it's made out to be. It takes dedication and persistence and fortitude to keep turning up and getting the work done, especially when the weather is a bit rubbish. The reality of training is that it's hard, it's not that exciting sometimes, and it's pretty repetitive, aka dull as The best cyclists find a way of gamifying their training or are just a bit stubborn and know that monotony is part of the deal of becoming the best version of themselves. Learn to accept and get through those tough times and you'll become a tough, fast, well-respected cyclist. Number 4, don't get derailed by setbacks. Training does not need to be perfect. Look, sometimes life, work, family commitments, or things just out of our control set us back and all our well-laid plans go to pot. Whatever they are, setbacks happen. The problem is sometimes we focus so hard on these that we derail ourselves big time. If you think about it in dieting terms, think about it in this way. You start your diet on a Monday, but on Tuesday, a work colleague's birthday means that you eat a slice of cake in the office with all your work colleagues just to celebrate, breaking your diet focus and giving into that "I'll start again on Monday" mantra. That's 6 days of potential fat loss lost because you gave in on day 2. Look, it's really normal for setbacks and things out of our control to happen to us from time to time. We all have them. The best cyclists I know don't let these things completely derail their focus though. They keep their energy and focus on the end goal so they keep on succeeding. Missed a session because work got in the way? Put it behind you and crack on with the plan the next day. Could only do 1 rep of a tough bike set, then got a puncture and had to call for an Uber? Put it behind you and crack on with the plan the next day. The most successful cyclists I know that it's the sum of the whole of their training plan, not just the one training session that makes or breaks them. Keep cracking on. Number 5, value, recovery and deload. Training is where we push ourselves and break our muscles down and improve our energy systems so that we get faster and more powerful. It's the recovery where the fitness magic happens. This is how we change and where we get stronger and faster. It's why great cyclists understand that easy aerobic riding and not just pushing it on an aerobic ride is crucial for their overall fitness and recovery. It's why when I plan the programs for my cyclists, I give them a 2 or 3 week build of intensity and volume and then give them a deload week so they absorb their training ready to go again, fresh and focused. Great cyclists understand the value of recovery and deload above everything else. It's why they plan forward, and it's also why they have the mindset to plan back so that they can start their training as far out as they need to so they can build in sensible progressions to their intensity, their volume, and they can plan in great recovery. Want to know how to recover like a pro? I've got a really good video for this and I'll stick it at the end of this video. Anyway, that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, do the usual stuff. Please comment, that helps traction to the channel. And also, if you want to learn more about recovery, here's the video I was talking about.